What's up, guys? It's Mr. Fit to Flourish, and today I wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to talk about the best stock movies of all time. So, the best trading money movies of all time. Number one is The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, this movie was all about degeneracy. Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely killed it in this one, and Martin Scorsese had an epic plot. Now, Margot Robbie from The Barbie was also in this movie and played Leonardo DiCaprio's wife. Now, in this movie, it was all about making a ton of money, spending it, living lavishly, and a lot of other extracurricular activities. So from throwing a yacht party to having a mansion party and dealing with multiple violations and crimes, this movie was epic and really gave life to the modern day trader and that mentality of YOLO. Now, coming in at number two for me is Boiler Room. So Boiler Room starred Ben Affleck, Vin Diesel, Nia Long, amongst a variety of other cast members. Now in this movie, Vin Diesel actually didn't only have a one-liner like he does in Fast and Furious as Toretto. So that was very interesting. He actually said different lines, and he was a really good trader and was one of the top traders in the firm in this movie, and actually gave great advice to the new guy. Ben Affleck also played a heck of a role and dealt some iconic lines, as well as Nia Long being in this movie. I didn't expect her to be in this movie. She's typically in other movies, if you know what I mean. Coming in at number three is The Big Short. So The Big Short is insane. So it talks about the housing crisis of 2008 and the stock market crash from 2008 and what exactly was going on. It also shows you the life of Michael Burry and how he decided to short the market at the time. And he saw the indicators while everyone else thought that he was nuts. He was a madman. And for quite a bit of time, he was losing his butt in terms of trading. So he was losing all the investments for the company, and they were just bashing him for doing so. In the end, he ended up making over $1 billion with his short positions. Now, this movie had a ton of great cast members, from Ryan Gosling to Steve Carell and a ton of other guys that you'll see here, Brad Pitt. But amazing movie, very interesting plot, and a great setting for the plot, as well as great cast members. Coming in at number four is Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. Now, this movie features Michael Douglas, Shia LaBeouf, and it just was a great time. So this story is about Michael Douglas, a Wall Street trader who used insider information to become extremely wealthy. He talks about how greed ran the markets and how greed was good. Now, Shia LaBeouf ended up marrying his daughter and created a relationship with him, as Shia LaBeouf was also in Wall Street. Now, this is a great story, and I think you should check it out and see exactly how it ends. Now, coming in at number five is Wall Street. So the first version of Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, was actually Wall Street, which starred Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas. Now in this, you can really see the greed of Michael Douglas. He takes in a young and sappy Charlie Sheen, who is a new Wall Street trader, and he takes him in and he asks him, hey, what do you got for me? Charlie Sheen is talking about all these stocks that just really are basic stocks. Michael Douglas is not impressed. He says, I need some inside information. Charlie Sheen goes, whoa, isn't that bad? But once he starts to see the real world of Michael Douglas and how greedy he is, he changes for the worst. And again, kind of like The Wolf of Wall Street, greed gets the best of our main character. Last but not least on the list is Margin Call. So Margin Call talks about exactly that. It kind of deals with the 2008 housing crisis again, and how a major firm got margin called, basically saying that, hey, you got to pay up because things are going downhill. And it was a really good setting, a really good movie. But in terms of all these other movies and the excitement's not really there. It's just kind of somber. The whole time it's like nighttime the entire time of the movie, which makes it less interesting, but at the same time, it's still a good movie. So there you go. Those are my top 6 trading/stock movies. Check it out, and I hope you guys have a good one. Stay tuned for the next one. Now, one I forgot to mention is Rogue Trader. Now, this one is an honorable mention. It stars Ewan McGregor, and besides his roles as Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, he plays a really great trader in this movie. So he takes over the position of like the main guy in a trading group or a hedge fund, and he has the role of pretty much supporting the team and managing the team in terms of how they invest and how they choose their trades. So he over leverages quite a bit, loses a ton of money, and then ends up getting it back in more. And he keeps borrowing and borrowing money from other people, and then all of a sudden just crashes, just absolutely crashes. But this movie is a great one. Definitely check it out. Rogue Trader, Ewan McGregor, All-Star cast. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.